Crowdfunding of spiritual successor games is all the rage right now, and the game that started it out was a game called Mighty No. 9, the spiritual successor to Mega Man. Now this just wasn't some random person creating it, it was Mr. Inafune, the original creator of Mega Man. So when this project went up on Kickstarter to get crowdfunded, it raised over $4 million, destroying all video game records that were set at that time frame. So people started to think, you know what, this game is going to be awesome. But there were some people that said, you know, this is kind of an interesting precedent. Now we're going to start seeing big name titles infiltrate our Kickstarter stuff, which was at the time used for more smaller projects, indie developers and things of that nature. So Mighty No. 9 is almost here, it's almost released in North America, and reviewers got their copies already. And the reviews have been coming out and they've been mediocre. Very mediocre. I haven't seen a good score, to be honest with you, and I'm not really surprised. But it's an interesting route that this game has taken, and I think this game will actually have a bigger impact on Kickstarter projects in the future. So what I want to talk about is Mighty No. 9's impact on Kickstarters in the future. So like I said, Mighty No. 9 has the pedigree, has the people behind it to make it a successful game. And with $4 million raised, you would think there would be a certain level of polish in this game. Plus the fact that it's been delayed and delayed and delayed. Now, I have not personally played the game yet, but I have some of my friends who played it at E3 2015, and there were some mixed results from them. Some really liked it, some didn't really like it, and they thought there were glaring problems with it. But one of the things I want to stress is, at one point in time, everyone was very excited about this game. Everyone thought the game looked great, and it was the spiritual successor to Mega Man. But of course it's come out now, and reviewers are bashing the game, saying that it's very mediocre. It's not the worst game ever, but it's not what they expected. It's not what they wanted. And that's an interesting topic in and of itself. First off, why are reviewers getting this game before backers of the game are? That is pretty shitty to me, honestly. These people are the people that put up the money to create this game, but they're not getting the game at the same time as the reviewers? That's pretty underhanded in my opinion, especially when, at the end of the day, Mr. Inafune probably knew that this game was pretty mediocre. But that's not what I want to focus on this video. What I want to focus on this video is, has Mighty No. 9 set a precedent for big name games to fail that are on Kickstarter? Now stick with me on this. We've got a couple more games that are coming out from Kickstarter that are from huge franchises. You've got the spiritual successor to Castlevania with Bloodstained, you have Shenmue 3, and you have the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie with Yooka-Laylee. Now all of these games look amazing currently, but we said that about Mighty No. 9 at one time. You have to admit it, you were excited for this game, especially if you were a Mega Man fan. And it failed to make an impact. Gamers were not happy with what the product was. I mean, you could look at demo builds and you could look at previews that Kickstarter backers got, and a lot of them were not happy. So is all of this money that comes in, is all the expectations that these games create with these high dollars that come in and these teams behind it, is it always doomed to fail? I think it might be. Yooka-Laylee looks amazing right now, and so does Bloodstained. But we thought that about Mighty No. 9. What if these games get delayed more and more? There are no guarantees that these games will hit their, release times. Actually, all of these games are delayed until at least 2017 now. If we have to wait 6 more months, 8 more months, 12 more months, 2 years, will we start feeling the same way we feel about Mighty No. 9 now? I think we will. Now, I know some people are going to say, Sean, well, what about games like Shovel Knight? See, Shovel Knight, to me, is what Kickstarter is all about. It's about small teams that you don't know, names that you don't know, creating game experiences that without backing, they couldn't really make they couldn't make it because they don't have the money. Nobody knew who Yacht Club Games was, but now everybody knows who Yacht Club Games is because they are a Kickstarter success story. They are not an OUA. They are not a Mighty No. 9. You see, I think people give money to these big projects because of the name. You think of a name like Castlevania, Mega Man, Banjo-Kazooie, Shenmue. These are franchises that us, adults, grew up on. So now as adults with money, we want to see these games back. We want to see these 2D Castlevania games, these 3D Banjo-Kazooie games, Shenmue continue. But are we getting bamboozled? Are we always going to be disappointed? Will these games ever live up to our expectations? It's an interesting question, and I think time will tell with this, but so far, we're at one strike with Mighty No. 9. Let me know what you think about the Mighty No. 9 situation in the comments section down below. Thank you for checking out this video. Be sure to like it, and of course subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I'll see you guys next time. Later.